Hey guys, it's Jessie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another 24-hour readathon. I am so excited for this one because this is going to be my first time doing the 24 hours in one stint method. So I'm going to be going from 1 p.m. today till 1 p.m. tomorrow, but it's going to be pretty much a 24-hour period of me reading, and we're doing a fun little twist on it today, and I'm going to be basically choosing what books I read based off Instagram polls. So I've asked you guys over on my Instagram to vote on which books I should read. I'm going to be doing it as I go. So I've put up 2 polls to start with, and I'm super duper excited to see what you guys have picked. I know one of them because I did it quite far in advance, like I did it over the weekend, and the other one I have been dying to see what you guys have picked for our first proper read. But yeah, if you want to watch more of my 24-hour readathons, make sure you subscribe. I do tons, as well as other reading challenges. So I'm going to run through quickly my TBR, what books I'm probably going to be leaning towards putting in the polls. These you will have seen in my August TBR randomly generating game thing, which I'll link up in the cards if you haven't seen it, but I'll run through it quickly. I've got the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix, Defy Me by Tahira Mafi, The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, Q by Christina Dalcher, The Sanatorium by Sarah Pearce, Pod by Lailene Poole, The Shining by Stephen King, and Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. I've also got a book on my Kindle. I've got The Serpent and the Wings of Night, I believe, which was also on my TBR. So these are probably the ones I'm most excited for, and kind of leaning hopefully that you guys will pick for me to read. But yeah, I'm super duper excited. So I will just talk to you guys about the poll I did previously. I basically asked you guys on my Instagram about audiobooks first. I do like to have an audiobook or two for a 24-hour readathon. I feel like it works best, and then I can actually make sure I'm kind of reading the whole time, not getting too burnt out. So I'll put up, first I asked you guys whether we should do a fiction or non-fiction audiobook, and this one was very clearly leaning towards fiction with 87% to 13%. And then I put up a poll of what audiobook I should listen to. So we had Rules for Vanishing by Kate Alice Marshall. This is a YA horror. I picked Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng, which is like a literary mystery, I think. Valiant by V.E. Schwab, which is like a YA fantasy. And then When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole, which is a thriller. And this one was pretty close, pretty tied, but overall Gallant did win, which I was very surprised about. That one was kind of one that I just kind of put on as like an extra one, trying to find one to fill out the 4 options. But I am super excited for that one. I've heard good things, and yeah, it basically won by 33%. So literally only 1 vote towards the end. It was pulling ahead for a while, but yeah, so 13 votes for Gallant, 12 for Everything I Never Told You, and then 11 for When No One Was Watching. So I probably will include Everything I Never Told You and When No One Is Watching in another audiobook poll, just because you guys clearly seem to be a bit split, so I'll keep that as an option later on. But so that's going to be the first audiobook we listen to. And then the first poll I put up just last night, and I haven't actually checked the results. So we had Defy Me by Tahira Mafi and The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes as my first books for you guys to pick between. And last night I did check after about an hour, but I haven't checked since. Inheritance Games was pulling ahead by quite a lot. I'm not really sure which of these I would prefer to read. I'm quite excited to read them both, to be honest. I find these books I get through very quickly, and I am quite intrigued to read it. And this one is the start of a new series, which I really do think I'm going to enjoy. This is like a slightly insecure 5-star prediction for me. Like, I'm not solid on it, but like I'm excited to try it, and I do have the rest of the series, so very excited to give this one a go. So I will pull up the poll now. It's not been a full 24 hours, but obviously I can't do every poll for 24 hours, and I won't be reading for 24 hours. I'll be reading for like 5 days. So I will see now. You guys picked Inheritance Games, so it's 70% to 30% when I'm looking at it now. Currently it's 19 votes for The Inheritance Games and 8 votes for Defy Me, so it's definitely pulling ahead by quite a lot. I don't see it probably changing too likely, I don't think. So yeah, I'm super excited to give that a go. And yeah, basically going to be starting out with The Inheritance Games. It's not quite 1 p.m. yet, so I'm going to do a little bit of YouTube filming that I have to do for other videos, and then at 1 p.m. I'm going to sit down and start this, which is super duper exciting. I am putting up some polls for like the next book that I'm going to be reading. I will kind of take those photos probably when I start reading this one, just so like I can get ahead. It normally takes me 3 to 4 hours to finish a regular page book. This is like 350 pages, so I expect it to take me about 4 hours, and I feel like that's enough time for like the poll to like get a good amount of votes in. So once I start this one, I'll put up the poll for the next books, but we will talk about that when I finish this book. So for me, I'm going to be jumping all over the place. You're just going to see each book options that I pick when I give you the results of the poll, but I'm going to have to keep on top of everything. But yeah, I really hope you guys do enjoy this video. I'm super duper excited to get started, and I'm really going to try hard to do the 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch up with you at 1 p.m. It's currently 1:05, so we're a couple minutes late. I'll go till 2:05 tomorrow, but now I am starting the inheritance games. Okay, it's just about to be 2 o'clock and I am on chapter 20 of the Inheritance Games, page 82, and I'm really intrigued so far. I am enjoying it. I'm going to pop into town now, so I'll switch over to the audiobook. I'm going to go pick up some lunch and some energy drinks that I will probably need later. So I'm going to head in now, switch to the Gallant audiobook, which you guys obviously picked, and yeah, I'm gonna head out now. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far and we're nearly a full hour in. I am now back from town. It is 2:40, so that took me about 40 minutes, and I'm now on chapter 7 of Gallant, which is 18% of the way through. I've not got a clue what's going on. I do find it interesting that both my books have like a poor girl who receives a letter and is then taken into like a mansion. Quite interesting. But I got my sushi. I've got my tamaki prawn tempura hand roll and my chicken katsu uramaki. So not the most traditional sushi, but my fave to get. This is my fave sushi place, so I'm mega excited, and I'm going to eat this whilst I continue on with the Inheritance Games. Okay, so I'm currently editing this video and realised that I accidentally deleted 2 very important clips of me finishing the Inheritance Games and then fully just talking about what I'm going to do next. So really sorry about that. I can remember the exact point where I deleted them because I was so sure that they were for another video, and I've only just now realised that they weren't actually. So I did finish the Inheritance Games and I really did enjoy it. It didn't take me too long to read. I think it was about 4 hours total, and I gave it a 4-star. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was really fun. I'm really intrigued to read on with the series. I wasn't as sold on the love triangle as I think everyone else was. I wasn't as overwhelmed by it, like a book as a whole, as I think everyone's really obsessed with it, but I thought it was a really solid YA mystery, and I did have a really excellent time reading it. I got through it very quickly. It was no issues. This wasn't the book that caused me issues in this readathon. We won't talk about it, but yeah, I really did enjoy it and it was a very fun read. So yeah, a solid 4-star. Then I believe that I was saying that I was going to do some YouTube work that I have to do. I wanted to get it done in the morning, but I couldn't, and so I basically was listening to my audiobook wherever I could, and then when I wasn't listening to my audiobook and I wasn't able to read, I would put on a timer and basically time the amount of time that I was not reading for, and then I was going to add that on to the next day, to the end of the readathon, if that makes sense. So yeah, that was basically what I was saying in more details. I think I may have deleted a little time lapse for me reading it too, but yeah, finished off the Inheritance Games. Annoyingly, I don't have my thoughts at the time, but that was pretty much it. Like, they haven't changed too much, and yeah, excited to get into the next one. Did enjoy it, 4 stars, and yeah, gonna pick another book and have been reading the audiobook of Gallant in the time that we have now missed. Hey guys, so it is a bit later now and I did get all my work done, which is obviously great. Some bits I did do with an audiobook on, so I paused my timer when that was happening. So it was basically 1 hour 17 minutes of work where I wasn't doing any reading. So that means we're going to finish tomorrow at 2:20, which I'm not too mad about. I was hoping it would take about an hour, slightly more. It's not that big of a deal. It's currently 9:20. I have been listening to more of my audiobook, more of Gallant, and I'm starting to enjoy it a little bit more. I did have dinner as well. I didn't count that as time I wasn't reading because I just feel like in a 24-hour readathon of this nature I can't start using a timer because then I'll just end up doing it forever and pausing it all the time. It will basically be like all my other 24-hour readathons. But with Gallant, I'll give you a little bit of an update. I've got 2 hours and 11 minutes left, so I should definitely finish that this evening, this side of me sleeping, if I do sleep. Hopefully I won't, but you never know. And I'm 42% of the way through and enjoying it so far. It's probably in the 3s, but I'm enjoying it. It's all right. Now I'm actually going to be moving on to another physical book, which is exciting. Firstly, I asked you guys whether I should do a physical book, like a book off my physical TBR, or a Kindle Unlimited book. I do think at some point, even if you guys don't vote for it, I will do a Kindle book, just because I do want a change up of like formats, and sometimes I think my eyes get tired and I read a bit faster on a Kindle anyway. But you guys voted, at the time I'm filming this, 82% for physical book and only 18% for Kindle book. book. So then I got you guys to choose between The Sanatorium by Sarah Pearse, which is like a thriller, and The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix, which is like campy horror. These are both longer books, that's why I kind of paired them together, and they're ones I hopefully think I will get through quickly. I really want you guys to pick this one. This is probably one of my most anticipated reads that I have at the moment. I want to read this one so badly. When I looked about an hour after I posted it, just to check that everything was fine with it, Southern Book Club's Guide was slightly winning, but not by a lot. So I'm going to check now for the first time to see which is winning. And oh, that's actually pretty close. That's closer than it was before. Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires is winning. It's won. I'm so excited. So this poll's been up for 7 hours now. I literally put this up kind of when I started the challenge, and it's winning by 61%. Sorry to The Sanatorium, I do want to read it, but 39%. Sorry, it's 11 votes to 7, so not too far apart. The other one definitely pulled ahead a lot more. And yeah, very excited now to start my next Grady Hendrix. He's one of my favourite authors, so I absolutely cannot wait to read this. I'm going to start this now. It's about 9:20. It's got what, like 400 pages or so, just about 400 pages. So if I read it kind of at the right rate, hopefully I should finish by like 1 or 2 in the morning. We'll see, which sounds mad to me because it's only like 9 PM now. I've got my energy drink downstairs, but for now I'm just going to stay hydrated with my water, and I'm probably going to eat some sugary sweets because I'm feeling a little bit tired. I don't want to fully commit to like an energy drink right now. I think that's more of like a early hours type of thing. So we're going to go for the sugar rush, and yeah, I'm going to start this one now. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Look at it. Oh, I love it. So fun.
If I could tell you, I don't think you'd believe how long I felt this way. I'm begging you to stay.
Guys, I just feel like I'm hitting such a wall for no reason. It's midnight. Why am I so sleepy? It's literally midnight. I don't know if I can do this. I'm debating whether to swap to the hours and do 24 hours of reading. I feel like I'm reading so slowly as well. Like I feel like I just can't concentrate. I am on page 151 and I'm really enjoying it, but I'm sleepy. I'm so tired. Maybe I just need like a change of pace. Maybe I need to like just pop on my audiobook because I do want to tidy up my room a bit. So I might do that for a bit, go grab my energy drink and make like a cup of tea as well. And then like tidy up my room a bit, listen to my audiobook and stuff, and just kind of like get out anything. I feel like I look dead. Like I literally, why do I look like that? I also look like I've been crying. I think it's the lighting. Yeah, I feel like I'm hitting a wall. So I'm gonna try. Let's try. I can at least tidy my room up. Guys, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's not even that much later. Like I can't do it. I'll talk to you in the morning. Well, I can't do it. We'll change it. We're doing the timer again. I should never have doubted my timer. Bring back the timer. I'll work it out tomorrow. I can't do it. I'm too sleepy. I'm too tired. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I'm just fixing my sleep schedule. I don't know why I thought I could do this. Yeah, sorry guys. We're coming back though tomorrow and we're doing the timer. It's gonna be fine. Good night. Hey guys, it is the next day now and I'm definitely feeling a lot better. I think last night, I don't know why, I was just feeling so stressed out. I was getting anxious. I was feeling like, oh, like I'm reading so slowly, like I don't feel motivated to read, but I need to stay up. I've just started to fix my sleep schedule and now I'm going to be staying up all night and I'm so tired. I just want to go to bed. Like I don't even know if I'm going to get around to reading these books. I felt like I was only going to get through like 3 books in the video and I was like, oh, like it's not even going to be entertaining. Like it's going to be so boring. I barely filmed anything. Like I should just scrap it. But then I've told everyone on Instagram I've got you guys to vote for these books, and I was like, oh, getting all stressed out. And then I was like, okay, you know what, just chill out, and I'm going to swap, like I said, to the timer method, which always works best for me. I don't know why. Like if I ever say again that I'm going to do 24 hours in a row, like I have said it so many times, it's not for me. Like I cannot do it. Like I physically can't do it. Like mentally I just can't. So if I ever say it again, know that like it's never gonna happen. Like just tell me I'm stupid because it's never gonna happen. So I'm swapping to the timer method, and I don't know why I didn't do this initially. Like I know I won't finish this challenge as quickly, but like I've got a pretty free week. I've got like lots of time to read this month. Like I'm not super duper busy. Like I'm pretty free. Like I've got time to read all these books, especially this week. Like this video doesn't have to go up tomorrow or anything, so I've got time to finish off this challenge. And I woke up just feeling so much less stressed. Like I didn't realize quite how worried I was about this for no reason last night, but I feel so much more chilled out this morning, so I'm very happy about that. But I did work out the time, so I think I spent about 4 hours or so reading the Inheritance games, and I worked out to be about 2.5 hours of the audiobook, I think. So I was reading from 1 p.m. to midnight, minus the 1 hour 20 or so that I did my work for, and I think I worked out overall of those like 10 hours. I think I was reading for about 8. So I decided to start my timer this morning on 16 hours remaining, and I have been listening to some of my audiobook. I have been reading a little bit, and I'm now on 14 hours and 46 minutes remaining. So total for this challenge we have been reading for 9 hours and 15 minutes, is that correct? But I have been listening to a lot of my audiobook, I've been listening to a lot of Gallant, and it's okay. It's probably sitting around a 3-star for me at the moment. It is intriguing, but like I don't really know what's going on, and it just feels like it feels like I watched a lot of movies that kind of had a similar premise to this as a child. I don't know why, but like it gives me kind of like nostalgic vibes a bit. But I am 59% through it now. I've got about an hour and a half left, so I should definitely get through that today. And then for Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, I am a decent chunk of the way through. I'd say nearly halfway. I'm on page 179 and there's about 400 pages, so I'd say nearly halfway, and I am enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it quite as much as my Arthur Grady Hendricks books. I feel like at the moment it's sitting about a 4-star for me, but again I should definitely finish this one this afternoon. I think now I'm probably gonna pop on Gallant and I might play some Sims whilst I listen to my audiobook. I feel like that'd be quite fun. And yeah, I've put up some more polls so you guys can choose our next book. So because I think I'm going to finish Gallant pretty soon, I put up a poll between 3 audiobooks and also my next read, which I think I'll do on a Kindle, so I put that one up too, and then after that like a genre one for the one after that, if that makes sense. Anyway, I am having a lot of fun with this now, and I'm going to play The Sims and listen to Gallant, I think, and I'll probably catch up with you when I'm done with it because I don't think I've got that long left. Okay, I just finished Gallant and I can't lie, I'm very confused. I don't know what happened. Like I feel like I was listening to it, but I don't know whether I was just kind of like losing concentration. Like I don't know, I just didn't find it all that interesting. I found it all a bit confusing, to be honest, and yeah, I just didn't really gel with it. I don't think it clicked for me. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. But yeah, just I don't think it was for me personally. Like I had no issue with it. Still just a bit weird, and it was a bit kind of Coraline-y almost. I feel like it could have gone a lot of ways, and I just wasn't super happy with the way that it ended up going, and I really don't have too many opinions on it because I don't think I'd be able to probably tell you what happened, to be honest. But I am on 13 hours and 13 minutes, and I'm going to start another audiobook, so I'm actually really enjoying playing The Sims. 3:15 now. And yeah, I'm having a great time with The Sims, to be honest. I probably could have paid closer attention to the book if I was like not doing anything else, but then I probably would have got a bit bored, if that makes sense. But overall it was fine. Like the overall story was decent. So now I'm going to go through and check what audiobook I'm going to be listening to. So last time I checked, the options I put up, by the way, were Last Final Girls, The Worst Best Man, and Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. And I checked last night like an hour afterwards, but it's been ages now. It's been nearly 24 hours. It's been 20 hours since I posted it, and I'm now going to check. When I checked, the romance one had like no votes. I'd be pretty much happy listening to anything, to be honest. So let's see. Okay, oh, that's very close, but we had The Last Final Girl with 35%, The Worst Best Man with 26%, and Everything I Never Told You with 39%. So we're going to be starting Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. I actually think maybe I will take a break from The Sims right now. I won't start it right now, like the audiobook, but yeah, I'll give it a go in a bit. Maybe I'll read a bit more, I'm not too sure. There was 1 vote between it, 8 votes for Last Final Girls and 9 votes for Everything I Never Told You. So potentially when I put the screenshot in, it might be different, but as of 20 hours, that's what we're starting next. So we're starting Everything I Never Told You. Hey guys, long time no talk. I'm just getting ready for bed now, and I didn't really get as much reading done as I kind of wanted to today. I obviously finished Gallant, as you saw, and then I started Everything I Never Told You, and I got about 20% of the way through that. But unfortunately this afternoon I was doing a lot of editing, and I couldn't really do much audiobook listening or reading whilst I was doing that. And then tonight, this evening, I went out with some friends, which was really, really lovely, but did mean that unfortunately I couldn't get very much reading done. So the only physical reading I did about 20 pages of physical reading, which is pretty poor for me, but obviously as we are doing the time method, that doesn't matter too much. Obviously I'm not going to try and do this over the course of a bunch of days. I'm going to try and get it done hopefully in 4 days, maybe. I'm thinking might be achievable for me. Normally I'd aim for 3 days, but I think because today obviously was a bit of a flop, physically reading wise at least, that won't be possible. But timer wise I am now on 12 hours and 6 minutes minutes remaining, if you can see here. So yeah, I don't think it should be too difficult to do over the next few days. Hopefully I can just knock it out. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the audiobook so far. Again, only 20% of the way through, but it's definitely, I'm really liking the writing style. I do have it reserved at the library, like the physical copy, but I don't know if that's going to come in before I finish the audiobook, to be honest. But I'm enjoying it so far. I think I might change to my Kindle potentially for the next book, maybe before I even finish Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I'm not sure, but I will catch up with you in the morning when I have decided what I'm going to do next. Okay, so it is the next day now. Good morning, and I have some YouTube work to do that I can listen to an audiobook for. You will have already seen my tier ranking, all the books I've read so far this year video. Basically, I just need to download all of the covers of the books and make the kind of actual tier ranker. So that will probably take me 20 minutes or so. So I'm gonna get in some time listening to the audiobook. But yeah, we are on 12 hours and 6 minutes now, so I'm gonna start it again. Okay, so I'm quite keen to get some more physical reading in, so I think I'm going to read on my Kindle, and I did put up a poll. It was initially for Southern Book Club's Guide after that one to do a Kindle book, but I am just not feeling super inclined to pick it up. It's not quite as gripping as I had wanted it to be initially, and it's still sitting around a 4 stars, don't get me wrong, but I think maybe I'll just give it a finish later on or tomorrow. But I put up a poll between The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which is on my TBR for this month, and No Exit by Taylor Adams, which I really want to read, so I'm hoping it's No Exit, but I have not seen yet, so I'm going to click it now. Okay, The Serpent and the Wings of Night, that's fine. I will start The Serpent and the Wings of Night. It won by 2 votes, and that's fine. It really kind of pulled ahead at the end because the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 votes were for The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I'm going to start it off now, and yeah, I'm going to give it a go. I've never read like a vampire fantasy or anything like that before, so I'm really intrigued to start it. I'll probably read for about an hour or so, and then I've got a couple other bits that I need to do today. But yeah, I am still intrigued, even if it's not the one I wanted the most. At least it is on my TBR for this month, so that's always good. Hey guys, so it is now the evening, and I was so confident when I told you that I was going to read Serpent and the Wings of Night for an hour, and I got to page 21 there, if you can see, and then I fell asleep. No hate to the book, I was just very sleepy. Then I made dinner, and I did listen to some of my audiobook whilst I did that, so I'm about 33% of the way through that now. And then timer wise, I am now on 10 hours and 52 minutes remaining. So we have flopped a little bit today, but as much as I said I wanted to read this, I now actually think I am going to go back and read the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I did mention I have a big chunk through. I'm probably going to try and read for maybe 2 to 3 hours this evening, see how much I can do, because I'm really feeling the vibes, feeling the reading vibes this evening. I'm on, what page did I leave off on? I left off on page 179, but I'm going to give it a go now, and let's just see where we get to tonight.
And if I could show you, I'd hope that you could see all the possibilities. There could be a place for you and me. And under the stars, you pack up your car, 'cause you're going far.
Hey guys, so I finished the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires this morning. I got about 70 pages-ish from the end last night, and then I decided to just finish it off this morning. And to be honest, I think my thing with this one is that it's just a bit disappointing for me, because I like Grady Hendrix so much. Like, I was so excited to read this one, and his other books have been so highly rated for me. This one was probably a 3.75, unfortunately, which isn't a bad rating at all. I like, overall, I'm pretty pleased with that. Like, it's well above 2.5, which is like half, and above a 3. But yeah, I think this felt a little bit slow, kind of maybe in like maybe this section felt a bit slow, and I felt like there was a scene towards the end that I felt was a bit unnecessary and I didn't really like. And yeah, overall it was good. I did enjoy it. I thought it was a very fun book. This is a lot of people's favourite Grady Hendrix, so I think like I'd maybe prefer the ones that people just don't like too much. But yeah, still love him, still excited to read everything he's ever published and will ever publish. Like, it was still fun, it was still an entertaining read, and I still enjoyed the writing. It's just, I think the story of this one, I potentially had slightly higher expectations expectations than other ones. Like I was kind of hoping it would be a bit more like horror story, which I think might be my favourite from him. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. And I think I am going to continue on now with The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I am like 6% through this. I do think though I might give this to like 100 pages. I'm on page 26 now. I think I'm going to give this to 100 pages, see how I feel, and then potentially pick up one of my romance books that I put up in a poll for you guys, because I don't want to just be listening to like 2 audiobooks and a Kindle book. I like to read my physical books in these videos, and I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this one yet. Plus on the Kindle book it says it's going to take me 8 hours to finish, and I've got about 8 hours and 28 minutes left on my timer, and I don't want to read just one more book. I'd love to read another physical book and then maybe even put up another part. So I think I'm going to give this to 100 pages. If I'm like absolutely obsessed with it, I'll continue, but if not, I will check that other poll and probably pick up a physical book. So yeah, that is the plan for this morning. I'm hoping, I don't know whether I can bash out all 8 hours today, we will see. I'm probably not going to be listening to too much more of my audiobook, just because again I don't want to just do this all by audio. I do like to do a lot of the reading physically. So yeah, we will see, and I will update you probably once I'm 100 pages into The Serpent and the Wings of Night. But I am intrigued so far. I'm just a bit confused, to be honest. Okay, it's a bit later now, and I did get up to 100 pages in The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than I expected to. It's a really fun read, and it's definitely quite action-packed from the start. I'm still a little bit confused, but I'm having a good time. I also didn't realise there was romance in here. I think there's romance. I can sense some romance, but I should have probably guessed considering it was viral on TikTok, and everyone loves fanro on TikTok, so not surprised. But I do think I want to pick up a physical book, because I think if I want to get some reading done this evening, this is probably going to be more gripping for me to stay up and read, whereas I can probably hopefully bash out a physical romance book in like the next 3 or 4 hours, hopefully, like kind of still during the day. So we are on 7 hours and 28 minutes remaining, and yeah, I definitely think we should be able to finish romance book, maybe something else, plus obviously also some of Serpent and the Wings of Night, which is fun. So the reason I keep talking about romance books is because I put up a poll on Instagram obviously, and I asked you guys what my next genre should be, and you did pick romance without kind of a doubt. It was 40% romance, 22% dystopian, 15% literary fiction, and 22% horror. So then the 2 books that I put up for you guys to choose between was Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. I believe this is kind of like an adventure, kind of like western romance. And then we also have Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. So I think I would probably prefer to read a Christina Lauren, just because I've read their books before and I do enjoy the writing. I find them quite easy to binge. However, this one is on my TBR this month, so I probably wouldn't find another opportunity to get around to it. So if I did get this one picked for me, then I would like knock another book off my TBR and I wouldn't have to add a punishment on. So overall would probably prefer Something Wilder, but I don't really mind because it would be good to be able to knock off Love in the Time of Serial Killers. So I'm going to check on the poll now, and oh, that was actually pretty close, but Love in the Time of Serial Killers has won, so that's gonna be good for my TBR, obviously. Good to knock it off. It won 57 to 43%. Pretty close still. A lot of these polls have actually been pretty close. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a go now. Maybe just read like downstairs for an hour, see how I feel about it. And yeah, let's get into it.
The stars, you pack up your car, 'cause you're going far away from here. I wish I could stall, but I never call, and you're going all the way this year. If I could tell you I don't.
Okay, let's try that again. Good morning. It's the next day, obviously, because I just said good morning. I did not read as much as I wanted to yesterday, but I got up to page 228 in Love in the Time of Serial Killers, and it's okay. I literally have no opinions. I feel like this is the most generic book ever. Like, it's just so... Oh, what has happened to my friend? Like, I literally have nothing to say about it. Like, it's gonna be maybe like a 2.5. Like, it's just so middle of the road. The main character's a bit annoying. The romance is okay. I did hope that the serial killer thing had gone on for a bit longer. We got up to about like maybe less than 100 pages in, but yeah, I'm gonna finish this today. I've got like 100 pages left. It's gonna be a 2.5. Like, I have no opinions unless it like annoys me massively. I have 5 hours and 9 seconds left on my timer, so I definitely should be able to finish this today. I'm determined to, like, if it's the last thing I do. So I'm gonna sit down and finish off this one right now, and then I will probably also be able to finish, if not get very near finishing, The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which, funnily enough, unexpectedly, I am a lot more excited about picking back up than this one, but I'm much closer to the end, so I might as well just finish this one off. So that is going to be the plan for this morning. It's 5 to 11 now, and I'm just going to get started reading this. It shouldn't take me more than an hour or so. I'm kind of skimming some of it. Like, it's not, I wouldn't recommend, do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's there, it's here, it's being read. It adds to my Goodreads goal, that's all I have to say. Yeah. Yeah.
I could tell you, I don't think you'd believe how long I felt this way. I'm begging you to stay, and if I could.
Okay, sorry if you can hear the cat grooming herself and purring really loudly, but she's been here all afternoon. So I finished Love in the Time of Serial Killers, and I gave it a 2.5. It was just as I suspected, very, very, very average. I didn't love the main character. The love interest was okay. Overall, just very fine. We're on 4 hours and 3 minutes remaining, and I'm probably going to read Serpent and the Wings of Night for the rest of the time. It says on here I've got about 5 hours left. Not sure how fast or slow I'll read it. It says I've got 5 hours 28 minutes remaining on here, so we will see. Hopefully I finish in the time, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty much going to sit here for the rest of the afternoon with this cat who's aggressively grooming herself, and yeah, I'm going to finish it off. So yeah, I'm going to finish the time. She's completely fallen off my lap, but yeah, let's restart the timer now, and hopefully I will see you when this says 0. Hey guys, I don't know why I look so poorly lit, but it's fine, we move. I am up to page 183 in The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and I am actually really enjoying it a lot more than I expected to. But I'm starting to get a bit of a headache, and I do want to continue reading, so I think I'm going to listen to an audiobook whilst I kind of do my makeup and stuff, because I am going out later. I'm also cooking dinner tonight, so it's probably a decent idea for me to have an audiobook on the go, so then I can definitely get this done today. I'm going to continue on with the one that you guys voted for, which was Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. I'm 33% through it. Sorry, you can hear a dog barking. Yeah, I am 33% through it, so I'll probably get maybe about halfway by the end, and I shouldn't spend more than an hour and a half on it. So this dog is gonna drive me insane. Anyway, I am on 3 hours and 7 minutes remaining, so not too long. I should finish by 7:45 if I keep going on this route. I have to go out and meet a friend at 8, so I may be reading when I come back from the pub, but it's fine, we move. Yeah, like, yeah, no, so you're right in thinking, Jessie, is this the next day? No, it is. Did you finish the reading for yesterday? No, I didn't. I was going to finish the whole thing yesterday. I literally did not. So timer wise, we have an hour and 14 minutes left, which I can do now. I'm going to sit down and do right now. I did actually get a decent amount through my audiobook. I haven't actually checked what percentage I was on, but I was really enjoying it. I listened to it whilst I got ready, and then whilst I had dinner, and then my mum came back early, so I just chatting to her while I was cooking, so I didn't get to listen to the whole thing. I'd say I probably got through another third. You can't really see very well, but in that corner there, it kind of says the way through you are. Like, I really don't know how well you can see it, but yeah, it's got like 2/3 the way through. I've got 3 hours left basically, so I'm not going to listen to any more of that one, but I am just going to continue on with The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I am really intrigued by it. I am really enjoying it. It was just that I got a headache yesterday and I didn't feel like reading for longer. So yeah, this is basically, is it 24 hours or is it I read 1 hour a day for like 10 weeks? But you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, we're just going to start. We're just going to get started. I'm going to finish it for once and for all, and then I can move on to another video, and I don't have to keep failing at 24-hour readathons. Even like, I set myself up for failure, and then I set myself up like a lower goal, and then I fail that, and then I set a lower goal and I fail that, and here we are. Whatever. Anyway, let us continue on with The Serpent and the Wings of Night.
All the possibilities, there could be a place for you and me. I feel 100 degrees when you call my name.
Yay! We finished! I'm so pleased. By the way, the reason it goes back to 1 hour 15 minutes is because I had to put the timer back to that after I left it running for 20 minutes by accident, and then just put it back 20 minutes. But yeah, I am on page 296 of The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and really enjoying it. It's sitting around a 4-star maybe for me at the moment. I'm really having a good time. But yeah, I will catch up with you later to chat about all my opinions and thoughts and everything. So yeah. Okay, so that was me reading for 24 hours where Instagram kind of controlled what I read, or very much did just control what I read. So as a little wrap up, I thought I would go through everything that we ended up reading. So firstly, the ones that we didn't get around to finishing. Firstly, we have The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which is the first book in the Crowns of Nyaxia series, and I am obsessed with it so far. I am 60% through. We got up to page 296, so about 300 pages in. I'll definitely be finishing this one sometime soon. I had a super fun time with it. I'm really intrigued and I cannot wait to finish it. I'm predicting this will be like a 4.5 for me, but yeah, super excited to continue on with that one. And then we had Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng, which I got about 60% of the way through also via the audiobook, and again that's also sitting around a 4 for me, and I'll definitely finish that one off soon. So those are definitely very good reads. Then I listened to the audiobook for Gallant by V.E. Schwab. I gave that one a 3-star. I did not really know what was going on. I don't know whether I like tuned out, but overall it was a bit confusing, and it felt like a story that I definitely like heard before. It didn't feel super original to me. I don't know if that's just me or stuff that I may have heard something similar, I'm not too sure, but didn't love that one as much as I was expecting to. And then first book we actually physically read was The Inheritance Games, which I finished on the first day. I absolutely adored this one. I cannot wait to pick up the rest in the series. I do own both of them, so hopefully I'll be able to read them and fit them into videos over the course of the next month or so, because I'm super intrigued. I really enjoyed this. I gave it a 4-star, and yeah, I think it's a very solid YA mystery, and yeah, excited to continue on in this series, so happy that we read this one. Then I read the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, which is a long one. This was like 400 and something pages. Yeah, 404 pages, so definitely a longer one, and I did enjoy it. It was a little bit disappointing for me just because Grady Hendrix has just been such a strong author for me. I've given him 2 5-stars and a 4.5, and this one was a 3.75 for me. Unfortunately, it just kind of didn't do what I was hoping to. I was expecting there to be more than one vampire, for one, because it's slaying vampires plural, and I was kind of expecting the kind of like fast-paced, action-packed stuff we had in the other books, and for me this just wasn't the case. It was quite a slow read, I think, up until at least the final 5th maybe, but overall I did still enjoy it. The writing was still good, and I had a fun time reading it. This kind of put me in a little bit of a slower kind of pace after I kicked it off with The Inheritance Games, which is super strong, super gripping. This one I felt less kind of compelled to read, and I feel like this might have stunted me a little bit in terms of being able to get a lot of the reading done very quickly and in like 1 day or 2 days. And finally, the last physical book I read was Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. This is so average, I've already forgotten like half of it. This I read very quickly. It wasn't like a tricky read at all. I gave this a 2.5 stars because it's literally so middle of the road. Like, it's a very average kind of generic romance book. I was hoping that the kind of is he a serial killer type of vibe would stay for longer, but it didn't. But overall it was cute. The main character was a bit annoying. I was kind of more interested in the dissertation she was writing, but I did find it interesting that she's referencing a load of true crime books, true crime literature, and it's the same books that they were reading in Southern Book Club Guide to Slaying Vampires. I found that quite funny. But yeah, this is 2.5, so just very average, to be honest. So yeah, these are the 3 physical books that we finished, as well as Gallant, and then started obviously another audiobook and ebook. So yeah, I really hope you guys did enjoy seeing me do Instagram controls my 24-hour readathon. Obviously it was initially going to be a full 24-hour readathon, but then we just swapped to the timer method. Definitely follow me over on Instagram. It's just Jessie Reads, and I'll be sure to do more kind of Instagram chooses what I read videos because I had a lot of fun doing this. So yeah, I really hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to give it a like down below, hit subscribe, turn on the bell to join a little club, make sure you turn on all notifications, then you'll be notified every single time I post a new video. If you're watching one of my other videos, there'll be 2 on-screen ads to pick from, as well as they linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!